Welcome to Podheim, Jiroc's Valheim podcast. Let's give him the business.
Hey everybody, today is March 7th, 2023. I'm your host, Jiroc the Viking, and joining me today are my fellow Vikings. Gwen, the Shield Maiden.
Hello.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
We also have Shield Maiden, Morning Darkness.
Hi. Yeah, there's my hand.
Hello, hand. And we have joining us Viking Vaste.
Hello.
Hello. And we also have today joining us again and fuming over the recent changes in the patch, Viking Jules.
Ugh. Hello.
Did the patch break some stuff, Jules?
Yeah, you can say so. A bit. My IDE is screaming right now, but yeah.
No. Well, yeah, luckily the patch is only on the test branch right now. Let's get us all back on screen. Hello, everybody. And yeah, so it's only on the test branch, but of course, modders like Jules like to stay ahead of the game and make sure everything's working when it goes live. And so right now,
I hope they're not too fast this time.
Right? Give you a couple of days at least to try to troubleshoot.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Well, before we get into everything, I wanted to share with you guys this. Let's see. No, not that. That's us still. That. Hey, look, it's us, everybody. Down there.
Hey, it's us from the past.
It's us. Hi, us from the past. Nice
Hello.
hats.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
This is the last one we did 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know that already.
So the reason why I bring this up is because I just want to remind everybody to subscribe if you haven't. And also, you can leave a comment or you can like the video wherever you're listening to it because the algorithms like it. We all know that.
Yes.
So do that for us, please. And plus, we'd love to engage. Like really, I really enjoy talking to people in the comment section. And plus, if you guys have something interesting, maybe we could talk about it. If you bring up something interesting in the comments, we could talk about it on the next podcast. Also, something a lot of people don't know about is this little thing right here. There's a little join button that YouTube's like slipped in a few years ago. People just don't seem to notice it because very few people click on it, but you can click on that if you want to support via a monthly donation. It's kind of like Patreon, or, you could go to Patreon, of course, to support patreon.com/JirocTheViking. But there's one other little button that nobody seems to know about. Let me see. I got to shrink it. There we go. This one with the 3 dots. Anybody ever seen this one on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody ever really looks at this. I know because nobody's ever clicked on it on my 430 videos. You click on it and there's this little button called thanks. You could just do a one-time donation if you really liked an episode. Yeah, I've yet to anybody use that. So I just figured nobody knew it existed. But of course, oh, hey, look, I haven't liked my own podcast. Here you go.
Sure, I was about to say, actually.
Look how sparkly it is when you hit it too. Boom.
And for the people who are listening to this on their favorite podcasting app, whether it's the Apple one, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, or anything else, make sure you also like and leave a rating or a review on that app, because I'm sure there's lots of people who are just listening to us and not necessarily watching on YouTube. I think that helps too, right? To get our Podheim out to the world.
Yeah, I would love, for the people playing Valheim. There's right now they still have like 30,000 players per day. According to the statistics, and they're within like the top 100 Steam games, so that's a lot of people. And I'm not getting 30,000 views on a podcast episode, but it'd be great to let more people know that we are here and that we are doing a Podheim podcast for those interested. And thank you to all of you who are supporting, whether it's through the YouTube join link or Patreon. You guys are absolutely awesome. And for those of you who are boosting our Discord server, making our Discord server as good as it can be, because we get all the extra bonuses if you boost the Discord server. So thank you for that. That's awesome. But MD, you want to tell us what's coming up in this exciting episode today?
Indeed. So, what we have coming up is the new Ashland's monster revealed. Sorry, I've got like a second screen finally.
Oh, nice.
So you're looking way over to the side.
Trying to gauge. I know. I should probably just.
It's fine.
Anyway.
It's fine.
And then, oh yes, the I think this is the Reddit post. What is Valheim? Wrong answers only.
Yeah.
New patch available on the public test branch, which seems innocuous, but we'll talk more about it later. And a new barber station. Wait, what? New barber station? What?
Yeah. It's out there.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
This is all new to me. I just glanced through the patch notes and was like, but I don't know anything. I haven't seen all the other stuff. So my reaction to all these news is going to be the first reaction.
There are a couple of things in the patch notes that I'm actually really excited about, but
Yeah. So a lot of little tech things, but we'll get to it. But before we do, I've started a new YouTube channel with movie reviews, and I did a little testing with that. And I've started another channel, and I'm playing around with AI and a few other things. So I just wanted to share. It's so amazing, and it's only going to get better. So I just wanted to share a couple of things that I've been messing around with. So have any of you been messing around with AI at all? Have you tried ChatGPT? Because actually, I don't use Google anymore.
my husband has, but I haven't.
Oh yeah, I asked ChatGPT everything. It's even helping me write a script for a possible history channel that I want to start. You know, just a channel that covers interesting history stuff. I'm like, because I don't know, I don't have the time to do the research, so I'm having ChatGPT do the research for me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's helping me write a script, and of course, I have to go in and add my little personality to the script, right? Because it can only do so much, but it's pulling up all the facts.
Fact check, because it's AI. It's not perfect.
No, it's gotten things wrong. I've had to correct.
Yes,
I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like the other day, Vaste and I were talking about the game that sold the most copies, and it told me that it was Minecraft. But then I said, well, how many copies did Tetris sell? And it sold about twice as many. So I asked it, why did you tell me that it was Minecraft instead of Tetris? And it said, oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I get things wrong. Like it admitted its fault.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But what are you sharing with us now, though?
Yes. So I'm messing around with a couple of images. Check this out. This is Jiroc, the Viking shaman. Trying to mess around to see what kind of character images I can get for my character, just so I can have other fun avatars to play with. But I did have to clean this up.
Oh, the hands are so wrong.
Yeah, they're so wrong. But I did have to clean it up in Photoshop a little bit. But let's zoom in.
God, there's like 6 fingers. What?
Yes.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 2 thumbs up here, like coming around.
Sausage fingers.
Wait.
Same with the other hand. Look at
The
this.
other hand, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers on the other hand.
Hey, it's a shaman. Maybe I don't know. He needs the extra magic finger.
And that's actually not even the funniest bit. Let me show you the funniest bit. Watch this. Toes and high heels.
Amazing.
Wait.
Toes sticking out of the shoes.
Toes?
I don't know. It produced a lot of images when I said, what was it? Something like tribal barbarian or something, and a couple other things. And it kept sticking the toes out of the shoes for some reason. So you can really feel the ground when you're walking.
Toes
Oh,
and high
these
heels.
shoes.
That's a new one.
But so they actually put out an article about AI and why it has a problem doing hands. And it says, because in most pictures, because, it's analyzed hundreds of millions of pictures, it says in most pictures, people don't reveal their hands. Like they're not clearly, easily visible in most pictures. They're in pockets, they're behind them, they're crossed like this, they're holding something awkwardly, like that. So it's like, well, what is that a picture? How many fingers are in there if the AI is looking at that, right? So it has a really hard problem with hands. And I imagine in their next version, they may just like do a whole series of, images and hand, that they sample hands to try to start getting them right.
Like, my grandmother was a hand model.
Oh.
So why not just like
Oh.
input pictures of hands? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so when you reference like a barbarian, so it looks at every barbarian image that's ever been made, from movies, TV, photographs, everything, comic books. And it's like putting something together that's a mishmash of everything that it thinks. And so it's seeing all kinds of different hands in those pictures and it's trying to put them together. So it's kind of a fun image, but yeah. And also like, is this like feathers sticking out of his armband here, but they're like flesh colored?
It's arm hair.
Yeah. Like it's, it looks neat. And also if you really start to analyze, if you know anything about anatomy, it's really just adding a lot of bumps everywhere because it sees bumps in pictures that are muscles.
Yeah, that muscle there, like between the armpit and that's weird.
And what's this crease on the shoulder? Like who has that weird crease? I don't know. So at first glance, when you just look at it, you're like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then you come in and you're like, wait, how many fingers? High heels and toes? So yeah, to really clean that image up, you'd have to take it into Photoshop and do a lot of work on it. But so real quickly, just a couple of other fun images. I was playing around with trying to get a cowboy fighting a swamp monster image. And it came up with this. And I actually, the silhouette it originally put there was something different. And I didn't really like it. It was kind of a cowboy, but it didn't look great. So I created a separate image of a cowboy, made a silhouette out of it, and then pasted it over the one that they had and came up with this image. So I just
interesting.
Yeah, really
also 6 fingers.
Yeah,
on that monster.
Yeah, I don't know how many fingers. Oh yeah, the monster. Look, yeah, see, monster has a whole bunch of weird fingers there, but that's okay for a monster.
Right? Yeah, that's monstrous.
Yeah. Let's see, a couple other fun ones. Is a little desert creature.
That little desert bug.
I can imagine that when it opens its mouth, it's like the entire width of its head and entire rows of teeth.
It looks small, and it goes, "Arr!"
Yes.
It does a really good job of creating cute little like 3D anime characters like this because there's so many movies and references to cute little characters. So just about anything you could come up with. It was just a test. I didn't really was doing this for anything specific. Some of these other images, though, I have a couple of projects in the background I'm working on. Don't say anything, Jules. You know nothing.
Nope. Nope.
And then
Nope.
I just wanted to show you. I took this picture. This isn't AI generated. This is just Jiroc. Somebody. Way back in like 20 years ago, they decided to paint Jiroc on a wall and spray paint. So I was like, okay, go ahead.
That's
Actually,
really cool looking, though.
it is. This is a whole thing. It's just called graffiti art. You put any subject in there, and of course, I said, Redbeard Viking, and it came up with this. And because it's graffiti, it actually changes the clothes on me. So it's like, well, graffiti is modern, so I'm going to give it modern clothes. I'm like, no, Vikings didn't wear that. Well, I guess Vikings in the future.
I mean, if you watch the series, the Vikings, they do have a lot of leather biker jackets. So I guess it's appropriate.
There you go. And then I was trying to get a photorealistic image. And so, and because I'm a filmmaker and I do a lot of photography, cinematography, I wanted something that was like a really nice portrait that looked as realistic as possible. But I also wanted it to be shallow depth of field with what we call bokeh lights in the background. And bokeh is just, when the lights in the background blur out, they all have different qualities based on the different type of lens that you use. So you can swap two different lenses and that light that blurs out in the background will look different each time. It'll still be blurred out, but it'll have a little bit different distinct characters. So I put in a parameter and some of these images I have to re-roll 10, 20 times to try to get something nice. Very first time it did that.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? The expression of the person, just everything. And I thought, wow, like that almost looks like a real image. Couple of funny things though. I cleaned it up, but her face, I even loved like the little imperfections here, like with the red dots and stuff, but it made her hair like right here, long strands growing out of her eyelashes. It has a weird problem with that sometimes, where it makes hair and eyelashes. It doesn't know which is which, and so the hair will sometimes grow out of the eyelash. And so I had to come in and clean it up in Photoshop to make it look cool, because I made a whole bunch of versions of various people in this like dark night rain setting with the bokeh lights in the background. But yeah, almost every woman I did had hair coming out of her eyelashes. It was very, when you first look at the image, you're like, wow, that's really cool. What's wrong with her eye?
What's really impressive though is the back of the hood of the rain jacket. That bit, oh my gosh, that looks
photorealistic, right?
Yeah,
like textured material that's wet. I mean, I was pushing the limits. I wanted it to be a dark image, but then raining, so you have that to deal with, and it's pretty amazing. And I think these portrait type pictures are what it does best. Let's see, what's this one? Okay, so I am creating two characters for a project that I'm working on, and it's a male and a female astronauts, but they're only in flight suits, like aviator flight suits. But every time I said astronaut, it wanted to put them in a full space suit with the space helmet. And I was like, no, get rid of that. So eventually I landed a couple of images that I could use as reference, but it does weird things. So check this out. If we come
Amber,
down.
quiet. No.
What's this weird collar? Like it just sees folds. Yes, we heard you, Morty.
I thought I hit mute. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But so it sees folds and collars in things, and so it just like puts weird, like this isn't a collar that you'd ever see on a jacket, and it doesn't know what to do with the patches, so it just like mixes patches. But the next version got a little bit better. No weird things with the collars, and like this almost something you'd see in NASA, right? Like of their pilots, like on the wall or something. But it did do something weird with the pockets. What is this extra? It's like an extra pocket underneath the pocket, and an odd shape. And these are like almost photorealistic, not quite. But then I wanted a little bit more like comic book style drawing in it, and it came up with that. Not sure what all this gear is, but you can just say, it's futuristic gear. Don't worry about it. It always does that. It puts little weird gadgets all over people because it sees images of people with gadgets. And then my favorite image was this creepy horse in an old west town that I got it to make.
Ooh.
Isn't that weird?
That's creepy.
Oh, that looks like a
Guillermo
del Toro thing.
What's that, Jules?
It's Eiktir in 30 years.
Oh,
totally.
With all the antlers.
Yeah, I was trying to create an old west horror scene here, and I actually had a lot of other things I was trying to get into the image, but it finally hit that, and I went, "Whoa, that is pretty cool looking in a creepy way," and which is what I was going for. So, so fun with AI. Have to do AI-heim. Let's see what else we got. Oh, yes. This is going to be fun to talk about. Sponsors. But something fun with this sponsor. This sponsor is right here. So Grimfrost, they're a sponsor. You go to jiroctheviking.com/Grimfrost, but they have all kinds of things, modern and historical things. And I wanted to show you some of the new things and get some of your thoughts on it, especially Gwen. So you guys can't see this yet. There you go. So here's Grimfrost. There's some of their new products. And what do you think of them shoes there, Gwen? Can you see them? And maybe I can click into them a little bit.
Oh, let's look.
Look at that.
Oh, they are turn shoes. Good. They're leather. Good. I think that they look like they might be modeled off some of the Jorvik finds, and they have toggles. Yeah, I think they look legit. Can we zoom in on the stitches? It does look like it's linen thread. If so, then yeah, they're good for reenactment. If that was a question, or pretending to be a Viking. If no, they look legit. They look nice. Yep.
That's the back of it. There you go.
Yeah, that's linen thread.
Yeah.
Nice.
So not perfectly the way they would do it back in the day, but
Not bad though.
I don't know.
They are pretty like, obviously, unless you sew them by hand. I'm guessing they're machine stitched and then turned. But turn shoes are pretty much they're basically sewn together pieces of leather, and then they're turned inside out so that the seams are hidden inside.
Oh, so they can rub up against your foot on the inside and be really uncomfortable.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's where you put fleece, like sheepskin lining inside, and then it's like nice and cushiony, and it's nice and warm. It's great.
Oh, you sound like you're talking from experience.
Yeah, and also anyway, if you're wearing them, you're not wearing them with cotton socks. You're wearing them with like proper wool, wool stockings, or you don't. Yeah, it's fine. They're super comfortable. They're actually really comfortable. I have 2 pairs of turn shoes. One of them I spent last winter in. I used them as slippers at home because they were great to keep my feet that are always cold warm, and they're really comfortable.
Oh, nice. Let's see. I don't know how accurate bracers are in the Viking Age, but they look really cool. And they're already sold out. They just came out.
What purpose do they serve? What purpose are they meant to serve?
When you're wrestling the wolves, they bite the bracer so they don't hurt your arm.
What is leather? Leather is skin. Wolves can bite through skin.
Yeah. That's a little bit of protection, though, rather than getting right down to your arm. Although the wool
it's
is
funny because this whole trope of the leather braces, I think it's coming from like archery, because for archery you do need to protect your forearm from the string that goes by really quick and the arrows. And I think at some point, people thought that everyone wore braces all the time, even though they're not archers. And they just decided that it was a medieval-ish thing. And so now every Ren fair, every like medieval costume has those. And it's like, where's your bow? Why do you have it on the right arm? Or like whichever arm you're shooting with?
It's
like,
for training hawks, right? So they have something to land on.
With those they use just big gloves.
Yeah.
That protect the whole hand, not braces. But anyway, rant over.
Yeah. Fine. It has like modern stuff that has their branding on it. They have the Thor's hammer, which is this one is an archaeological find. I actually own that one right here.
Nice.
That's right. Let's see. Can I? Whoop. I think it's called Skane's hammer, something like that. I forget. But they have that one there. Let me get back over there. They have little kids' aprons and dresses.
That's cute.
Yeah. They have this really cool looking knife. They have a DIY Viking linen dress kit for anybody who's feeling DIY.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. It made me laugh because it's like,
It's so
really
simple
not
a
hard.
pattern, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the hardest thing is, and I get the value of this is just procuring linen.
Yeah.
I was
Because
gonna say,
getting like
sourcing the
fabric
linen.
weight, fabric weight undyed linen is actually really hard to find. So for that I get it, but for the cutting and the measuring, it's all straight lines and rectangles, and like it's really not rocket science. But the linen is difficult to find, so
Yeah, and they're all pre-cut pieces, so if you're feeling like you just want to do a little bit of the work, you get this kit. But then they have like athletic gear. They have soap. I don't know if Vikings use soap, but they have this soap. And what I thought was cool was this little linen soap pouch. It looks so cute. Was there anything else Viking wise? Oh yeah, they have this little Yule Odin, but he sold out probably from the holidays. And lots of candles. I know Vikings love their candles, right? But yeah. Oh, and they have a role-playing game and some dice. Role-playing game dice. So
You have my attention. What?
Yes, a role-playing game, Nordic horror.
Interesting. I love those dice.
Yeah, look at those dice. If you're
Those
a
look
gamer,
really cool. I need to add those to my birthday wish list.
Yeah, very cool.
I have some bone dice like that. Not with the. Hold on, I think.
Those look great.
Yeah, cool looking. I have a huge
bone dice are great.
I have a huge bag of dice in my drawer over here from
Huge
all
bags.
my years of gaming, all different sides and everything. A couple of specialty D6s too, like this.
Yeah, look, I've got some. Not fancy like those. They don't have but they're just simple.
Nice.
Oh.
Wrong side.
Everything's backwards in camera.
Yes, I'm confused. No, this way,
Yeah, there you
that
go.
way, that way. There we go. Bloop.
And what are your
Hey.
dice made out of? Are they something special
Bone.
or just the
The bone dice, I think.
bone?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I will get you guys some if you want. I'm going to a reenactment market in 2 weeks' time.
No
So,
promises.
I will.
You tease us.
It's coming up.
If I find some nice set of dice, I will get that. And Jiroc, if I find you a nice beard comb,
Mm.
bone,
Oh yeah, bone
something
comb.
like that, a proper Viking one, I will get you
Right.
one.
That
That'd
would be cool.
awesome.
Oh no, am I frozen? Yeah, I'm frozen.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Hey, Gwen, it's frozen. Let's see. Let me switch. You might have
I
to.
think it's the hold on, video ninja thing.
Well, while Gwen is
Gone dark.
reconnecting, here, let me just double check. Oh yeah, I don't see her on the
Oh,
video website stream. Well, while she's trying to get that corrected, I'll talk about our servers a little bit right now. Our servers, we have two server, what I call like two server ecosystems. One is a permanent vanilla server ecosystem, and the other one is the modded server. So the vanilla servers, we have the legacy one that's been around for a year and a half. It's like hundreds of amazing builds. So if you ever wanted to come and play with us and you wanted to wander around and visit all these builds, I mean, we have some videos where we show some of it off. Oh, there's Gwen. And then we have another permanent vanilla server that launched when Mistlands came out, and a lot of people are over there building and doing some fun stuff. And then we have a resource server that resets every 2 weeks, and we run events on it and gives you a new place to explore and everything every 2 weeks. And yeah, your character can move in between these three servers freely. So, that way you can get resources and explore new things. But then we have three traditions. And then our modded server. Oh, our modded server just got added vines. So you know the vines that we all want to make, that we want to be able to build in vanilla. Well, on our modded server, we added a mod that lets us build the vines. It has a ton of other mods and is running really well. But if you've ever wanted to decorate with vines, there are mods out there that can help you with that. But we have three traditions on our servers and in our community. We have a big Discord channel. You can join discord.gg/Jiroc the Viking. Come and talk to us. But we have 3 traditions. One is the Great Folding, which is when the resource server resets every 2 weeks, and we run events, and everybody gets together. And there's always a group that takes down the old hotel. So every time they build a new hotel, and right before the server resets, they tear down the old one, use the resources to build the new one once the new one comes back up. They build a little bit different each time at a new location. It's kind of a fun community event where people come together and do that. And then we have monthly build competitions, which are amazing. I love coming in and seeing all the cool builds that everybody does. And I have those on my my live stream part of my YouTube channel. But we're going to try to start a new tradition and see how it goes. But we do have people who do community events every once in a while. But we want to try to encourage a regular community event on the 3rd Saturday of every month. I don't know if we'll have enough time to get one going this month because it's a new announcement for everybody. But we'll see if that becomes a tradition in the coming months. And yeah. Talk about videos. So it's been 2 weeks. What videos have you been up to, Morning Darkness? Have you gotten many streams up over the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I actually got sick last week, but I didn't miss a streaming day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Dedication.
Yeah.
Well, so I caught a stomach bug like a month ago, and then literally 3 weeks later, I had what felt like the same thing.
Oh.
But it happened on Tuesday and I was fine by Friday.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks. I've been doing lots of playing. We're almost to the point where we can start decorating our Mistlands castle that I've been building with my husband. I have finally dug out the swamp canal, and it is navigable with a boat.
Nice.
It's easier to go in than it is to go out. I guess it's more of a really long port. I don't know. Is that still considered a canal if it doesn't go all the way through?
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe I need to rename it. But anyway, it's I've already got all the sides built up. Now I'm just building the walling and the decorating and the lighting, and that's all going to be really fun. And then I've started a new challenge run where I've been doing this as part of a community with another streamer, but this one is just me and another person, and we are going in, and each biome we get to build a base, and we can't get any items from any other biomes. So we can't run in and get early core wood unless we find one of those lean-tos. We can't get blueberries or thistle or anything like that. You can't go and get early troll armor. And so once we finish building our base in the meadows, then we go kill Iktir, and then we can move and have to take anything with us that we want to bring. We can't break the old base down at all. And we have to go find a spot in the Black Forest and make a new base. And so on.
And so when you move on to the next biome, are you allowed to go back to the previous biome to harvest and collect stuff from the previous?
Yes, but we can't pull it from our previous base.
Yeah, you have to harvest new.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a fun challenge. Setting up little challenges for yourself that are just like arbitrary challenges, but it presents new challenges, right?
The person I'm doing the run with, Daycore, he had said he wanted to do more building with me. And so I was like, hey, let's push the limits. Let's stretch what we can do. Let's find some things and some tools and have some fun.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Well, Gwen, I see that you had at least 2 videos that you did, 2 streams that you did between now and 2 weeks ago. And you were out of town most of last week for work, I think, right? But you did get...
Exactly.
Before you left, you got 2 streams up.
Yeah, because I was... so I stream every Thursday. And I knew that I was going to be skipping last week because I was away for work. So I did 2 streams the week before. And so I did part 2 of streaming adventures and forcing my sister to play Valheim with me.
That was
and
fun. That was really fun.
that was, oh my gosh, that was.
How many deaths?
Oh,
I stopped counting, honestly. I should have
Yeah.
showed them the map and all my death kind of markers
Ooh.
before
Yeah.
I stopped, but it was painful. I thought we were a bit better prepared, but clearly not. That swamp was just so. So first of all, last time we played about 2 months ago, we just rage quit the bone mass fight. So bone mass was already summoned, and we haven't logged back into that world since we got back into it. So we knew that as soon as we would go through the portal, bone mass would be there, along with an abomination that was there just hanging out, joining the party, and then all the other mobs in the area. So it was tricky because we had to figure out how to basically defeat bone mass while there was everything else around as well. And I died so many times. So my sister only has 20, 30 hours of the game, and she managed to die less than me.
So yeah, here on the screen I got playing for this.
Part of it is that you're using an axe against bone mass.
No, so that was the previous one, right? That was the first one that I did, and then I think that's the last stream of 2022, and so this one oh no, sorry, because I was showing some bits of the last stream at the beginning of my stream. Sorry, I got confused there was screenception. So if you go a bit further, so I just keep dying in random spots. I tried to cheese it, but I'm even bad at cheesing.
But you're using a club and a star breaker.
Yes,
I see a death.
And I was told that was the right tools for the swamps.
No, but you should be getting the iron mace.
We didn't have iron,
or at least a bronze mace.
Yeah, we had a bronze mace, and then I didn't have enough metals for anything else. And then I'm not very smart, and obviously this crypt has still iron in it, and I didn't think, maybe we should farm out this crypt so we can make iron mace. No, I decided that I'll just hit it with clubs.
Yeah,
we managed, though. At the end, we did get it. It was
Well, then what about,
I hate boss fights.
what about the other stream that you did 2 days after that?
2 days after that, Jules was on it.
Jules, are you on this podcast, Jules?
Yes, sure.
He's crying in silence because of the.
I love the sunglasses there, Gwen.
Thanks. I decided to match I made the avatar, and then I realized I needed to now look like the avatar. So
That's amazing.
And what did you force Jules to go around and collect wood for you?
Yes, I just force bully people into playing with me. That's
you're I want to build stuff. Go get me supplies, please.
Yeah. No. We were good.
I was muling.
You were muling.
No. We were good. We were actually quite prepared. We had put loads of materials aside. Chelly, another player who's helping us build, had also bought a number of metals and things. And we started building. So we have this island on Runelands, which is a new Mistlands vanilla server over on Jiroc servers, and we kind of found a cool island and with cool Mistlands, plains, Black Forest, and a mountain, and we started building a temporary base, which is basically in a troll cave, for storage and crafting and so on. And then we really wanted to build a cooking area. And the troll cave is not big enough to have that as well. So we found this cool spot, which is a really nice beach. And we just decided that it would have a tiki bar there and turn it into a bit of a cool bar and resort. So we started building basically this building, which is going to be our cooking area, but also looks like a restaurant. And that's where we'll do all our food storage and our food cooking and everything. And Jules built a tiki bar.
That's
Nice.
so cool. Good job, Jules.
Without using plan build.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there was a little hiccup, but yeah. Okay, we won't talk
There
about
was
it.
there was a little hiccup. Am I allowed to say? Should I say it? Okay. So
Well, now
Jules
you
and
have to.
Jules and I had to almost fist fight because he cheated. He cheated.
Uh-oh.
He used Gizmo to
Jules.
put item stands upside down. And I saw that. I got my admin hammer out and I was like, no, Jules, you cannot do that. And then he was like, but why not? You can do item stands, all items, transformations, and so on. And so we got into an argument and we had to fight it out. And unfortunately, one of our chicken had to
Oh, no.
Did a chicken get in the way?
yeah.
Well,
Jules
that's-
basically punched one of our chicken to death.
Oh no,
and-
Jules, what are you doing?
Thinking
I'm
this
so
way,
sorry.
you already have the constellation dinner. The
The constellation chicken dinner.
Yes,
So we got into a fight. Jules killed one of our baby chickens. But you know what? At the end of the day, peace and was restored. The miracle happened. There was a server rollback, and the rollback brought our chicken back to life.
Oh no! How lucky was that?
It was
Jules-
a Christmas miracle.
Jules angered the chicken gods.
Yes.
Yeah.
They crashed
But
the
they had
server.
mercy. They had mercy.
Yes,
with me.
exactly. That's what I told him. I was like, it's because you used Gizmo, you cheated on the servers, you angered Odin. And so there was a rollback, which meant that, our chicken was alive and peace was restored, but also meant that we lost half an hour of building as well as some materials in the rollback. So it was like, but at
Maybe
least
it
the
was
chicken
Jiroc.
lives.
Did you do it, Jiroc?
What's
Did you
that?
watch the stream? Did you watch the stream?
I haven't
And,
seen all of it. I tuned in at parts. I missed the chicken. The
Sorry,
It's actually really funny.
didn't
That whole
force throwback.
moment. When was it, Jules? Was it like 2 hours, 30 minutes in or something like that?
Yeah.
That whole segment is actually fucking hilarious. Sorry, guys, shouldn't be swearing. Sorry, kids. But yeah, it was very funny.
Jules.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare me?
Yeah, see, I saw that and I was like, Jules, what have you done? I'm gonna have to ban you now.
Well, I like this stuff you built on the beach there, like a little bar area and picnic table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks really cute.
Yeah.
Yep.
And somewhere, I guess, in here, we're like
Yeah.
discussing, did you see what Jules did? Look at those mushrooms upside down. Jules, that's illegal.
Yeah, but items and all items is fine, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he ended up doing that with the transformations,
So he
and that
did.
is fine.
It's
That's
a little
fine, yeah.
extra work to flip them upside
Yeah.
down, but it does look cool.
Yeah, thanks.
But then, I guess somewhere in here is a chicken fight.
Would look better with Gizmo though, and be more vanilla. But okay, not
Oh.
starting that fight again.
Oh, that's Gwen. I don't see Jules
It
in
would
here.
be more vanilla.
The you missed it. So it was Jules' favorite chicken as well.
Yes.
What, is he?
So it was like it was
beloved.
proper heartbreak.
Aw.
Yes, it was tragedy and
It
remedy.
was no
was
absolute
nice.
tragedy.
Jules. Yeah, them shifty modders. You got to watch them.
That's what happens when you have the chicken pre-cooked. You are already cooking one there.
Oh, in the
in the hot tub, yeah, some boiled chicken.
yeah, they're making some chicken soup.
Yes.
Right there in the hot tub. Well, cool. Sounds like you guys have fun. And are you streaming this week also, which will be to yesterday when the podcast comes out?
I will be streaming in the past. I'm not sure. I think we'll carry on building. And just like finishing touches on the island, on the cooking area, maybe a bit of decorating, that sort of stuff. And getting ready because Chelly, who's playing with us, has a build competition entry for next week's build competition, which is the
Oh.
animal sculpture one. I we managed to convince him to make it on our island because there's like a whole theme to it, and
Nice.
we'll probably do like finishing touches so that the presentation is nice around it as well. Yeah.
Sounds cool. Real quickly, hey Jules, take your headphones off. Hey Gwen, are you going to invite Jules on that stream after he cheated and killed your chicken?
Oh, no. I think I changed the locks already on the troll cave. I don't think he can access.
You can't get in. Hey guys, what are you doing in there? Can I come in?
And at least have my chicken back. It was my favorite.
The one that you killed, you monster.
Nice.
Crowd control.
Let's see. We're going to talk about some Valheim news now because there was a couple of things, or one thing that came out during the last week, and two things today, right before the podcast. We kind of get lucky. They seem to like to drop stuff on Tuesday before we do the podcast. So there's a new Ashlands monster was revealed. And there are some new patch notes, and there's a new barber station that they showed us. But before we talk about that, share with you something here. Ta-da! Look at all these other games. Don't look at that.
Euro Truck Simulator.
Yeah, Truck Simulator.
American
Another
Truck
one.
Simulator. Merp, merp.
Right? American Truck Simulator. Because the other truck simulators are different in other countries. But this is G Portal, of course. That's where I host all my servers on, and they're my sponsor. And you can save 10% if you use my link. Just you go to jiroctheviking.com/gportal. And you can see here, you can get a Valheim server starting from $3.50, depending on the capacity and how long you want to rent it for. And of course, they have servers for all kinds of different games. Something I didn't know. I don't know. Did any of you ever play Skyrim or remember what that game was? They have a Skyrim server because there's now a mod out there.
So they fix it.
Yeah, they allow you to play together in Skyrim. Skyrim was always a single player game, and everybody loved that game. So there's a mod out there that allows you to play with friends now, and it must be working well enough that G Portal is hosting a server, or renting servers out just for Skyrim. So Skyrim fans out there, you can play together. Or play Valheim, or you can play Farming Simulator, or you can play American. What was that? American Truck Simulator. There it is, Euro Truck Simulator 2, Glenn.
Yes, yeah. That's why there's the Euro one and the American one.
Right.
Guessing the American one has more eagles or something.
More eagles.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. I was going to say something about the Euro one, but I'll just keep that to myself.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I was going to say, when you're making your character to drive your truck, they've got like 20 different versions of really messed up teeth for you to use.
Oh, no.
I'm one to talk.
No, that's British Truck Simulator.
Yeah.
It's not Euro Truck Simulator anymore.
Right.
No, I know.
It's Brexit Truck Simulator.
Brexit truck.
I have great insurance.
We're just kidding, of course. So new Ashlands monster was revealed, and let's see if I can pull that up. I actually don't have.
I did post a link in the script, but
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. I was trying to be helpful.
No, I got all the other ones queued, and I forgot to queue that one. Okay, so here's another look, they say, at potential Valheim Ashlands creature first shown by our artist Robin Ear the other day. So let's look at that one first. Ooh, look at Robin Grimcore's. He's got some fun art on his and of course his game God Queen. You should follow him on YouTube. He's a side project. He's working on a game called God Queen. But if we scroll down somewhere in here, I think it's this one. No, this is not it. I don't know where he posted that. It's not on the top of his Twitter feed. Well, we'll go back.
Maybe it's the Valheim official. I think it's the Valheim. That one was the Valheim official.
Oh, maybe he shared it on their official page. Okay, well, so here it is. Look at that. This is one of the creatures that they're working on, and here's a bigger view.
Is that like an undead Valkyrie?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like
an undead Valkyrie. Yeah, and somewhere in here, Grimcore did post a picture for reference of it flying. Maybe it was this one. No, that was the one before. This one. No. Oh, that one.
There.
So he said for reference, like that this is the size that it is. So this is the regular.
For reference. Yeah. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, we have all seen this scene many times when you fly in with a new character. But so the new creature is going to be this. So does it fly? Can it pick you up and carry you across the world? What's up with this new creature? You guys have any thoughts on the new creature?
It'll be nice to have another flying creature as a monster that's terrifying and trying to get you.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. It's like there's always needs to be a flying creature to annoy
in every
us.
biome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they aren't in the meadows or in the Black Forest, but otherwise there are flying creatures in every biome.
Mm-hmm.
You can always get a mosquito.
I guess not the plains either. Plains don't have anything.
Mosquitoes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yes.
But I wonder.
I don't think about those. Those don't exist.
I wonder why they're doing a Valkyrie. Like we have the Valkyrie already in game and it flies us in, but now they're making an evil Valkyrie too. And what's up with that?
I think they mentioned that Ashland was going to be the land of the dead. So, and with the theme they show us of the monster, I think they are going for corrupted and undead creatures. So makes sense that if dead Valkyrie appears there, we need to see how they do it, but it's not the most crazy thing to do.
In that case, I really hope that the boss for the Ashlands will be Hell.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
From mythology, yeah.
But Hell's actually one of the gods, right? And not a Forsaken.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. See, the Forsaken is a different thing.
Yeah, they can use some of the other creatures, but I don't. Yeah, God, it might be a bit too much.
Yeah. So
it might appear the same way as Odin or Thor appear in the game. That could be cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. You would have like because you've got Thor as well when it's like thunder. Yeah. You can see Thor flying on his thing. So maybe in the Ashlands, when you're walking alone at night, you might see Hell, just her silhouette appear. Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
That would be cool, yeah. And creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, the new monster, just those two picks there. Yeah, it's going to kind of make flying in on the Valkyrie a little different now. I'm going to be like, you're not going to turn on me, are you? Like the one in the Ashlands. So yeah, new Ashlands monster. And they also put out patch notes just this morning. Now, this is only on the public test branch, and it's what Jules is probably over there typing furiously while he's trying to participate in conversation here, fixing mods for the public test branch. Let's see. Got those right here. So this should be coming out real quickly. I can't imagine this would take more than a couple of days to push to the live servers. But time for another patch, several bugs, both coding bugs and seeker behaviors. Some quality of life improvements have been made along with performance optimizations. They've also added a save button. So like if you're playing your game and I guess it's like about every half an hour the game saves. But what if your game
changed that timing to every time you sleep or every hour?
Right. So if it hasn't saved and your game crashes or something, or your power goes out, or somebody trips over the plug for your computer and unplugs it, then you lose all your progress. But now a save button should help with that. Not
on any of your examples you just gave, but yes, it should still help.
Well, if you're able to, yeah, right, because you have to remember to save every once in a while. But various fixes for the Mistlands, various menu and UI improvements, added manual save button, various performance optimizations, and localization improvements. Which, in case you don't know, that's if I remember correctly, that's just language improvements for the various languages out there that people might play the game in.
Sounds so tiny on that abbreviated patch notes, but yeah.
Right?
I just compiled the code and oh my god, they added Text Mesh Pro to the code, which is a new library for text and UI. And so probably every mod using the slightest bit of UI code or console or whatever, because they changed the console to the Text Mesh Pro, will be broken. This will actually be devastating.
So the abbreviated patch note should say asterisk. Sorry, Jules. Abbreviated patch notes.
Have fun.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another run of weird patch, the same as the crossplay ones.
Yes, probably.
Which is going to be tough for our modded server, probably.
Yes, you will have fun on the Jotun Quest.
Yeah, so our modded server we'll roll it back to once the patch comes out, we'll roll it back to the previous versions until the modders are able to update their mods. People can keep playing. Well,
fortunately, this one will be understated enough that that'll be not that big a deal.
Yeah. So gameplay balance, they say Mistlan's giant helmet and sword will now properly drop both iron and copper scrap.
That's cool.
Interesting.
It only dropped one before, right? But now
iron, yeah. It only ever drops iron.
But they want it to drop copper now for some reason. So that's cool.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, there's already a lot of copper in the Mistlands. I'm surprised that they're adding even more.
I was going to say, but depends on how you are playing the game, because if you are in your solo world, you're playing alone.
I can elaborate on that. There was a bug in the game, and the nodes only dropped one material instead of both iron and copper. Actually,
so they were always supposed to drop both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's why this is a fix, an actually good fix.
Cool. So more loot out there, because Valheim just doesn't have enough loot for you to cram into your chests and inventory. And I mean exactly the opposite of that statement, though. Seeker Soldier and Tick should now respawn correctly in dungeons, and Ticks, and this shouldn't be here, that word, and starred Ticks chance increased from 10% to 20% as intended. So more starred Ticks from 10 to 20%. So be careful. They're going to jump on you. They have more stars now. Added Munin to the ribcage locations. So I guess Munin will show up and give you some bit of advice about them, or maybe just hang out. And then there's just a bunch of fixes in here for console stuff. And I kind of jumped through some of the text optimization for better clarity and performance. So the text on screen should look better, but I think that's what Jules is talking about now, the new text that they're using.
Text Mesh Pro.
Yeah, it looks better, but oh no, poor modder's got to change everything.
Yeah. You can do cool things with the Text Mesh Pro. We will probably see more cool UI stuff with that when the mods are fixed, maybe.
And here they say reworked button prompts to a new visual style and added some missing buttons. What is this referring to? I don't know.
The gamepad button prompts, I guess.
Oh, probably, huh? Yeah.
They also added a library for gamepads to the new code, a third-party library. So, yeah, we'll see improvements there.
Well, and if you get kicked now, you get a proper message saying you've been kicked. Now you can read this. Menu fixes, focusing for gamepad, Haldor's lines are translated correctly. Those localization updates. Build menu has been widened to avoid overlapping interface items. I don't know. Is that a problem with controller versions? I don't know. Some more controller stuff. Skills menu in the gamepad should read correctly. The tooltips. Miss Lynn's boss should no longer escape her room during rare occasions.
Thank goodness.
Wait, that is the third time they do that fix.
Yeah.
Well, so there have been several different reasons why it's been happening. So the initial reason why it was happening is that she would load in before the dungeon would. And so they just had to tweak when she would load in, and that fixed the first problem I ran into. And then the next thing that they found that she was still escaping, and what was happening is that depending on who, I'm not going to explain this very well, and I apologize. I can go back and read exactly what Smithe said, but basically it boils down to whoever owned the zone. If she was aggroed on them and they left, she would follow them.
Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned here that the changes have been made to how ownership of objects works. So that probably helped with her maybe not coming out of the dungeon now.
Yeah. So yeah, that I think that's interesting because they had multiple reasons why she wasn't staying in her dungeon. It's such a clever thing that they've done, having her be, sorry, spoilers, not in world. You know, she's already existing in her own dungeon.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a really fascinating way to do it. And also the fact that they had multiple ways that she could escape made it almost more immersive for me. Like, it sucked, but also it was really cool because, man, there's a reason why the Dwergers say, no, leave the door sealed, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's what that felt like a little bit. So
nice. So good. Hopefully that gets fixed. This is an interesting one. Fixed a bug that caused projectiles to sometimes miss, even though it obviously should have connected. So yeah, I mean, we're constantly trying to dodge things that are being shot at us, and if it looks like it hit you, you should probably take the damage. But I guess in some cases you were not. Let's see.
Or if you're shooting, I mean, that
I was
it
thinking
could be
maybe
too.
it's referring to things like arrows and things. Yeah, because you do have that sometimes, don't you? If you're shooting something at a distance, and sometimes like you're hunting a deer or whatever and trying to shoot it down, sometimes like nothing happened. And I always thought that it was just the mob was like glitched, because sometimes that happens where they just don't move and they don't take damage and they don't seem to notice you or anything, and they're just kind of glitched in place. But
well, hopefully, whether it was enemy against player, player against enemy, or both, sounds like they tried to do some fixes for that. Let's this durability bar on item in the inventory and on the action bar is now only visible if the item has been damaged.
Okay, that's an interesting change there.
Yeah, so you'll see the icon, right? But I guess maybe right now, does it always show the health bar?
Yeah.
No, not always.
The durability.
Sometimes it wouldn't show the durability until it took damage, and sometimes it would always show it. And it felt like it was a bug in the other direction, but now it appears that what I thought was a bug was the way that it was intended. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
There's another bug that it will show you in the hotbar, like your item is broken. And it actually is not, but there's a bug with that also.
Well, we'll see if that fixed some or all of those issues. Let's see. Fixed a bug that showed servers that were being pinged as offline. Here you go. This is good. Thatch roof eye corner 45 degree can now support itself. Yay! And will protect underlying beams from rain properly. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this one made me super happy.
Don't you hate it? You put it up there and you're like, okay, I'm protecting that corner from rain, everything over there. And you walk over and you're like, why is everything damaged from rain underneath here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it wasn't, didn't have that trigger, I guess, the rain.
Well, and also if you try to place it and then it would break.
Oh, yeah.
If you were placing like multiple corners up.
Yeah. And then thatch and darkwood rooftop 26 degree middle beam point fixed. So I guess where
it would always look off.
Yeah, it looked off.
Quality of life. They're going to fix the. I wonder if they'll fix the Dwerger spiraling stairs that don't clip properly.
In a previous patch, they said that they fixed it, but I think that might still be off a little bit.
It is,
or maybe you have to tear down what you built and rebuild it. Have you built new things?
No, because we built new like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Or like a couple of weeks ago, we built it new, like after that patch, and it was still. It looks like it's not clipped in properly.
Is it just
that middle beam?
Is it offset as much as it was before that patch, or is it less?
I don't know. I've not seen it before.
Yeah, but it still just doesn't look right.
Yeah. It looks like it's not clipped properly into place, not snapping properly.
Yeah.
That middle beam, the vertical one, just does. Each piece doesn't look like it's aligned properly.
Yeah. So yeah, quality of life. They have like some controller stuff. Here's the manual save button to the pause menu that displays last save time. So that's good too. So when you hit escape, you'll also see the last time that the game was saved. Probably whether you did it manually or the automatic saves that happen.
Nice.
Another gamepad thing with crafting menus. This here, you can now use the sticks to move to and from container inventory directly from changing menu focus. That's a controller thing. Notice how I'm just kind of skipping over the controller stuff.
Hey, there are some people that really care about this, Jiroc.
Yeah, and there's stuff here. I'm pointing it out.
The new Xbox players.
All the new Xbox players. Which reminds me, I'm going to have to enable crossplay on our servers because it's off right now. If we want to invite Vaste and his new Xbox.
Okay, I taking vacations from now on.
Why?
He's like, you're going to turn crossplay on. I don't want to have to deal with all the admin fixing, is what he's saying. That's going to happen when the servers break.
Those were the worst parts. Even worse than Mistlands, and Mistlands bring a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, the crossplay stuff caused a lot of issues when they first released it. And
not only with mods, which is the first thing that have problems. It break all the game on itself.
If you wanted to change the language, you don't no longer have to restart the game. You can do it without having to restart. And what is this here? If a server is unjoinable for version mismatch or other restriction, this will be shown when attempting to join a game from the server list immediately rather than having to wait for the game to load. Yeah, when you click a server to join it and you're waiting, and then it comes up and it says, oh, sorry, incompatible version. Well, save me the 3 minutes and just tell me before I click on it.
Yeah.
Performance of distant mountain shadows greatly increased and added a setting to turn off distant shadows completely for the machines that this may increase performance significantly for players with older graphics cards. So hey, get in there when this patch comes out, get in there and turn them mountain shadows off, because it's very taxing, those mountains, once they start rendering in the distance.
Yeah.
Performance increased while in dungeons.
That's nice.
Yes, they don't render clutter anymore. I read that before.
Oh.
Because they were rendering stuff outside the dungeon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. Render stuff outside the dungeon. That's just extra information for your computer to calculate. It shouldn't have to.
Yeah, maybe it's just a clutter and that's what I saw, but maybe they will add more to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Performance improved while using the inventory with many items. When using inventory. Okay. That doesn't really explain what's going on there. Network stability, that's good for crossplay. So Vaste doesn't have to take vacation because they fixed it here, Vaste. So they say improved cloud, safe performance on Microsoft Store version, and memory optimization for textures and fonts. And more about this game over there on their YouTube channel. Thumbs up. Hell yeah. So what do you guys think? They're a little patch, right? But it's just like
right.
I think they're getting ready for the Xbox release, right? By trying to get all that controller stuff worked out.
And isn't that date set for March?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's this month.
Like, is it this week or next week?
Yeah, I think it's
14th.
a week from now.
Yeah, the 14th. Yeah.
14th.
A week from when we're recording, but
right.
sooner whenever you're listening to the podcast.
Oh no, they will push the release soon. Oh no.
Yep, they're going to push it soon because the 14th is only 7 days from now.
Oh.
And if you need a new gaming PC or laptop, check out Zydax Computers. I own one and I absolutely love it. And they offer a lifetime desktop parts and labor warranty. Can't get better than that. Just use my link, jiroctheviking.com/Zydax. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the new barber station that Jonathan just announced this morning over on Twitter. And he says, stay up to date with the latest Viking fashion with the barber station. Perfect to try out all those helmet hairs and coming with the hashtag Valheim Hilder's Quest update. Shout out to awesome design by Lisa. And he put out this little, let's get it started at the beginning. So here's the little animation.
Look at the clothing.
Yep, they got the new clothing on. And boink.
Oh, that is cute. Oh, wow. Interesting.
So you basically get that menu when you make your character, you get that menu to pop up to just like when you choose your hair the first time.
That's cool.
Yeah, and also you make the barber station yourself. I thought it was you need to go to a location to get changed. I didn't think it would be a
you might need to go to a location to get the supplies to make it. Like, because if you look, when we craft it, what are the crafting requirements?
Let's see.
There's a new one.
Does it show the crafting requirement? Yep, there it is.
Well, in a second. There we go.
Barber kit.
Fine wood.
Oh.
A barber kit, bronze nails, blue jute, and a workbench.
Yeah, okay, so the barber kit is probably what we have to quest to get.
Yeah. And he did say in a Twitter post, because somebody asked, am I going to have to wait till the end of the game to be able to change my hair? And Jonathan said, he replied that the exact materials and when you get it, when here we see the barber kit, are still being worked out. So like, obviously the blue jute, you're not going to get till you get to the Mistlands.
Right.
So they may change that, these requirements here. And hopefully, I mean, you wait till all the way till you're almost done with the game to be able to change. Then you finish the game and you probably don't want to change your hair anymore because you're done. But somebody also pointed out, why is there a like modern office chair behind?
That is the one thing I'm like, oh, that looks a bit weird.
I mean, it is
everything else is
barber, like, I don't know.
Well, so
too many things wrong
very
with
modern
that.
in general.
Yeah.
What's that, Vaste?
There's too many things wrong with us, so leave it be the chair.
I mean, the barber kit, I'm really... is there like a close-up?
We're into Viking punk now.
Viking punk. I mean, like, we were getting there with the obliterator and so on.
Right?
But if there's no beard comb,
it looks like there might be some kind of scissors and maybe a comb there on the table.
I hope they went at least a little bit historical with the scissors and do they have tweezers? What's that?
There's a mirror.
There's a mirror. Mirrors were not a thing, but okay. What's that? Oh, okay. The snips are fine. The snips are fine. Okay, that gets my seal of approval.
Yeah, the snips.
And what's that other bit? Is that a comb or is that a razor? Maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to see there.
Yeah.
Seems like a knife. It has, or
I bet you it's a comb.
Yeah.
Bet you it's a comb. It looks like it's made out of metal, though.
Metal, though,
Yeah, it looks like it's it might be a knife.
And they
Or
let
maybe the little white thing that might be the comb.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they were quite small. Okay. I'm not too mad at this. What are the weird chest-looking things on the corners with
the green?
With the vines on them or something? I don't know.
Why do they have?
They have like little apples on the top or something.
Yeah.
Look
a bit
it's like
seaweed.
pots. They seem like pots with some plant.
Yeah.
Those are vines. We finally got vines in the game.
Yeah. You can finally build vines.
Like algae.
Just embed a whole bunch of these in your wall with these sticking out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if they're adding. Well, they are. This is when they're adding some of the new hairstyles, right? Too.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So get your new hairstyles. But yeah, this whole little this was just seemed funny. This like a little desk, and an office chair, and a jute rug, which is probably why it requires the jute.
So I thought they would have just used the stool that Valheim already has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I would have thought it would just be the workbench, like the desk part, the table part, and then you could put a stool or any chair you want in front of it, but it's like one whole unit there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that means we're gonna have to
making it two separate parts has too many problems.
Yeah, I bet that's probably why they didn't do it. What were you saying, Gwen?
We're going to need to make even bigger rooms now to fit all our new armor stands with all the different armor. We're going to have to fit also all this station and everything. Do you think at some point they'll have some sort of wardrobe-like thing so that if you want to store your armor in a more space-efficient way than the current armor stands?
Chest?
Yeah, but like if you want to display them still.
Like having them hang or something?
Yeah. Because a lot of people build that in game. They build little wardrobes and they use the Wraith trophies as like, the clothes. But actually, I said that jokingly, but now that we will have lots of different outfits, actually have different clothing, that could make sense to have some sort of other way to display and quickly go through the different outfits and change them quickly.
Well, yeah, Hilder's her location had like clothes hanging around on there. I wonder if they're going to give us the ability to do that too. That'd be fun to be able to hang your clothes up so that you can show them off and see your wardrobe and not just have them stashed away in a chest.
I can feel Jules and Bastei rolling their eyes thinking, why are they wanting to turn this into The Sims?
I gave up already. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, so those are those updates, and just a fun little post that Jonathan posted the other day. He asked, "What is Valheim? Wrong answers only." And since I've been playing with the AI chatbots and the AI image generators, I asked ChatGPT, "What is Valheim? Wrong answers only." And I did say, please try to make it funny. And it gave me a whole bunch of answers. And so I posted it here on Twitter. I said, I asked ChatGPT, Valheim is a romantic dating simulator where you try to woo the god Odin by performing various tasks around a magical forest.
Not untrue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Jonathan says. He says, haha, that's actually kind of true. So I guess it wasn't quite a wrong answer, but
That's great.
And somebody else replied. It was funny. They just said, "He said wrong answers only, Jiroc." I don't know. Let's see. Did anybody else come up with anything fun? It's a game where the wind is always in your favor while sailing. Trees never try to harm you. And you always remember everything you need before heading out on an adventure. Sound familiar, Gwen?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds exactly like the game we play.
Yeah, that Jonathan agrees. That's his experience every time, too. A fishing game.
A fishing game with a survival game on the
A survival mini game on the side. He's haha, wrong answers only again. Oh, I can't read that one. Or that one. A game that has no business ever becoming massively played and not something I'd ever gladly pay a sub to play if that ever happened. It's a home that hosts elections.
Interesting.
A video game that includes bikes. I'm hoping to be proven wrong. Add bikes to Valheim posted. So I don't know if you guys have ever, well, you guys don't really follow Twitter, but so there's this person named Add Bikes to Valheim. And every time they post something, he asks them to add bikes to Valheim in some way. I see his posts all the time. Him or her.
There was the kid who asked Iron Gate why there weren't more pufferfish in the game, and then we see what happened. So, you know.
Yeah, but that was a cute kid, not some internet troll that keeps asking for bikes to be added.
And his tag is at bikes in Valheim. And he has 51 followers, even followed by Lisa.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
Lisa follows this person.
So we can say there's going to be bikes in Valheim then.
Or at least,
apparently.
I'm surprised there's not a mod for it already. There might be. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Maybe that person is promoting a mod. Maybe this is a modder who made a mod. And that is a brilliant marketing ploy to get the mod known.
Hilarious.
Valheim sounds like some kind of specialty grocery store to me. It's one dev's nightmare themed journal. Oh, an MMORPG. What's that, Gwen?
Wink, wink, Grimcore.
Yeah. MMORPG.
Oh, that's I know that streamer.
Oh, okay. MMORPG real-time strategy tactical shooter. Well, you can shoot stuff in the game, and the patch they just fixed some of that ranged weapon stuff. So, here's I love reading some people's names too. It's a $25 haircut Homer. That's the person's name. $25 haircut Homer. Getting Valheim refers to a state of affairs whereby you find yourself completing a task 10 to 15 steps removed from the task you originally set out to complete, but are happy to be engaged in such a process. Valheim is that moment of perfection when one's experiences in the midst of several hours of frustration, as in I had a Valheim. A little bit of a tongue twister there. It's a cooking show, a house building renovation show, and a hunting show all wrapped up in one big simultaneous broadcast. And it's not Viking theme. It's rustic chic.
Chic.
It says chic though.
Chic. It's chic.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's more here if you want to read through. There's a lot of posts and it's fun. But look whose post got the most engagement isn't at the top. Not mine. It's ChatGPT's. It's ChatGPT chiming in there. I should probably love my own post. There we go.
You're not on it. What's up?
One extra heart. So cool. Let's see. That's coming down to the end. Gwen, why don't you, if you want to, tell us about this beautiful hat you're wearing?
It's a cloche hat, I think.
What's the era of the hat? Do you know?
1920s.
It's very cool.
Flapper, like a little flapper hat. I got it off Amazon for a flapper outfit. One of my many flapper outfits. And yeah, it's cute. I don't know. Don't know what else to say about it. It's nothing very exciting. No backstory to it other than I wear a lot of 1920s outfits for reasons.
For reasons.
For dancing reasons.
Well, the flapper outfit is a really unique style that's not in favor so much these days, but I always thought it was cool, and my shield maiden loves the flapper dress. Like every time if we go into a shop or somewhere that has them up, she always dreams of getting one. So we have to find the right event to go to so I can finally get her to get one.
I make the events. That's the thing. I organized a number of 1920s themed stuff, including the 2020 New Year's Eve. So before COVID, the year we turned 2020, I did like a big New Year's Eve event in my town, and it was obviously the return of the 20s. That doesn't go so well because since we've had a pandemic and a Great Depression and like everything else came back, also the bad stuff from the 20s, but the party was great and it was very fun and it was all 20s themed. So yeah, you'll have to, if I ever organize one again, Jiroc, I'll invite you and your shield maiden.
Oh, sounds cool. Would love to go to one. Have a reason to go over to London or wherever you host it.
What do you mean? Coming to see me is not enough of a reason?
Of course.
You have to have also an event with it.
Well, yes, there has to be an event if we go. We have to go do something fun in addition to seeing Gwen.
Yes.
And her office and showing me where she records the podcast. And
yeah.
I think I need to hire Gwen to plan my 40th birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh. I will. Please. Yes, please. I want an excuse to come and see you guys. I want to see you guys. So
back before I was in a wheelchair, when I was like 25, I wanted to have like a straight up ballroom full on masquerade party for my 40th.
Nice. I will make it happen.
Things have changed since then, but
maybe like a smaller version of it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could show you my ball cap. Probably can't see it there, but I got this when I was in Hawaii, obviously.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Maui, huh?
Yeah, and I like this hat because it's a little bit different. It's got this kind of material here that's a little bit different than the standard ball cap. Yeah, like a burlap material. And there's one on Maui. There's and let's see, where did we get this one? Well, so there's a big brewery and then there's a small brewery, and this is the smaller one, and it's behind off the main tourist street, like over in an industrial area where a lot of breweries set up because they have those big spaces to set up their brewery, and they have this great space in there and lovely people. And if you've never been to Hawaii, you are absolutely missing out. It's amazing. Every island is different too. We've been 4 times, and we hit a different island every time. And nice. This was my hat from one of my trips. Try to pick one up if I can find a cool one everywhere, anywhere. But yeah, so I think that
Jiroc, what? On the hat stuff, I did a bit of digging because I was wondering how long we've been doing this hat contest. Because for those who are kind of jumping in the into Podheim and don't have the context of why we're wearing different hats every week, your hats are pretty normal. Mine are kind of go from weird to weirder. So there is a reason behind this.
I have a few weird hats.
It's because 18 episodes ago, Jiroc and I, yes, I counted 18 episodes ago, we decided to do this contest because I think you were saying you had a lot of hats. I said, I have a lot of hats too. And then we kind of started this competition and we have to wear different hats every week until one of us has to wear the same hat twice or repeat a hat. So basically, it's been 18 hats now.
Wow.
And we're still going. And I still have like half a cupboard full of hats. So let's see how long we can do this.
Well, what's funny is I look at my shelf of hats and up on my wall, I have some and I have some out in the garage, but I look at my shelf and I think, did I wear that one? I can't remember. So I don't know if I should put it on. I don't know if I can't remember. I might get called out. Hey, you've already worn that hat.
So that's the game for the listeners is you have to pay attention to our hats and call us out if we've worn the same hat twice. Fortunately, my hats are very different to each other. So I can more or less remember the ones I have worn. But for you with all the caps and all the variations of cowboy hats, it must be quite tricky to keep track, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is, especially these ball caps are. I have so many of them, and I can't remember which ones I've worn. I have to go back and look at the stream myself. Like, did I wear that one? Quick check. But yeah, it's fun. Give me a reason to buy more hats. Not that I need a reason, but. I think that's gonna
have some fun ones coming up too.
Oh, do you?
I have some really, really funny ones. I've made headwear for costumes.
Oh.
And there's some that are pretty funny. I'm waiting for the right time of the year to wear them.
Well, I guess a head covering counts too, right? As a hat.
Yeah, well, anything that is hat-like that kind of goes on your head, right?
So I can't put like a handkerchief around my head and tie it like a biker.
Are you getting nervous?
Jiroc?
Are you gonna lose?
Well, no, but I happen to also have a bunch of handkerchiefs, and I forget what it's called, but I have this one big thing that's actually made to be a cover. It's like a survival thing. I forget what it's called. But yeah, you can like put your arm in a sling, but it's mainly made to wear as a head covering, like out in the desert or something, like when you're trying to stay covered. But I forget what it's called. It's really cool. Little survival thing that a friend got me. I added to my survival kit. But cool. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week, everyone. Thank you for joining me this week.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Are you sure you don't want to do trivia?
Oh yeah, we're already an hour and a half in. Let's do it next week, though, if you have it ready. Yeah, we'll definitely.
Two
I mean, next podcast, yeah. Oh, poor Voste. He wanted to try to win again. All right, you heard that, everybody. Trivia in 2 weeks. Tune in for that one. And until next podcast, that's it for now. Have fun out there.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys later.